Good.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our voluntary initiative webinar, What's Going On in My Farmyard, Top Tips for Filling, Mixing and Maintenance. So my name's Phil Jarvis and I'm chairman of the voluntary initiative. I've got with me Neil Evans as well, who'll be hopefully dealing with the logistics in the background. I have four speakers. We have Iain Robertson, who's live out in the field. Morning, Iain. I'm going to let them introduce their exact job title. We've also got Harry Fordham, who's going to talk about closed transfer systems. Morning, Harry. And Ian Foreman, who's going to talk about spray testing. And finally, we've got Nigel Simpson, who's going to talk about catchment considerations and things in the wider area. So I think without further ado, Neil, we'll pull up Iain Robertson's presentation. You can ask questions in the chat room, and also we'll be having a Q&A at the end of the four presentations, which hopefully should last just a little bit over half an hour. And then we'll take it from there. So Iain, if I hand over to you, and Neil, if you could share Iain's presentation.
Yep. Oh gosh.
Technology. Morning, Iain. I see. Are you out in the field in your sprayer this morning?
No, I'm not actively out in the sprayer at the moment. I'm out. Going to start doing some cultivating, ready for the current year's cropping. So yeah, I am out, sat in the tractor cab as we speak. So yeah.
So Iain, you're on, and up comes your CV by the looks of things.
Yeah. No, just a little bit about me. So I've been spraying since a long time ago now, when dinosaurs were still around. Been spraying full time for a fair time now, contracting, wide range of spraying operations. I was nicely invited to be part of the Neroso board, and I'm also Basics and Facts qualified. So next slide, please, Neil. The main thing about application is there's so many different ways of doing it, but the basic principles are still the same. You have a tank, you have a pump, and you have a boom / a nozzle. So as you can see, there's quite a different variation between the cutting edge and the basics. And I'm sure most farmers still actually do use a knapsack. The sprayer operator, we're very varied in the tasks we do. If you keep clicking through, we're agronomists, chemists, weather people. We've got to fix it. And also my favourite slide, we are the best drivers in the world. I would challenge Lewis Hamilton, etc., to drive as accurately and as well as we do every day. The main thing for me is the 6 Ps, is the proper planning prevents poor performance. And just thinking ahead as to what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, can help make the best job of what you're trying to achieve. And the next part of that is KISS, which is just keep it simple, stupid. Stole this from the army. It is pretty much what it says on the tin. The simpler things are, the less chance there is of it going wrong. So by planning what you're doing and working it all out, it just makes everything so much simpler and easier for all concerned. Timing has the biggest influence on what you're trying to do as a sprayer operator. So again, planning for everything so that when the weather is right, you can go and do the best job you possibly can. So this is a slide that I borrowed from Tom Allen Stevens from Crop Protection Magazine. And as you can see, the weather has the biggest influence about what we do. And it's the one thing we've got no control of. So that means it's even more important to control the other aspects that we can control. So by planning everything ahead, that means that wasted downtime, washing out, etc., is planned to the best of our ability. Next one, please, Neil. So this one's stolen from Tom Robinson and James Thomas from Syngenta. Product has 50% of the performance. Timing, you can have the best product in the world, but if you don't put it on at the right time, then it's not going to work. then breaking down to the sprayer setup and then the fine tuning of your nozzle selection. There is no one thing that's going to make a massive difference, but all of these things combined together can have a big effect on the application and getting the best from the products and using them safely and efficiently. Next one. So as you can see, I've almost got OCD with laying the cans out in an order of how I want to put them into the chemical, into the tank. So this is a 345 litre tank mix. And by talking to your agronomist, you can plan what pack sizes you're going to use. So by using the 10 or 20 litre cans, you can actually reduce your filling time to speed the operation up and make it safer and easier. So if you're opening less cans, that means there's less chance of point source contamination and everything like that. Also, I'm glad to see a lot of the manufacturers now moving towards foilless cans. Again, another source of point source contamination, which is being eliminated as we're moving forward. So it's all about planning, working out, setting it out and having it done in the correct mix order to do the best job we possibly can. Next one, please, Neil. So planning how you lay out your sprayer store. You can see here, this is on a bateman in a store. It's a bunded store. However, when you're filling the sprayer, you don't know it because it's possibly going to foam or overfill. So by having a 200 litre drum cut in a third to act under the fill point, it's too late when it overflows. And so you have to clean it up and react to it. Where if you just put a bund underneath, a can underneath it to catch any spills, you've already contained what could possibly be a situation. So it's trying to plan ahead to save time and work later on in here. So again, working with the agronomist to select the correct can sizes, no foils, and easy to pour rinse solutions. We've all had those products that stick like anything to a can, which is a job to get out. And we also know the nicer formulations that come out the cans easier. It might be pence per litre to the farmer or the agronomist, and it's all about cost. But actually, what does that cost you when you're trying to fill the sprayer? Next one, please, now. And I'm very lucky to have been trying all the different closed transfer systems over the past couple of years. And I would say it's a pleasure to see all of the sprayer manufacturers working together, the chemical manufacturers working together to come up with a solution to make what is a safer system for the operator, the environment, and all concerned. It's really moved forward a pace. It's really exciting. I've seen quite a few of the latest innovations and stuff, and I'm really excited about moving forward. And again, wearing the PPE all the time as we do when filling, this is the next. It's not a revolution, it's an evolution of what we're doing already, but it's just the figures of operator exposure are immense by using this system. So I'm really excited. For me, the take-home message is it does stop with the sprayer operator. You're the person pouring it in the sprayer. A good one will make it work. Well, we don't even want to think about what a bad one will do. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Keep it simple. And yeah, it's hard work, but I do love my job. Have a good day. Thank you.
Iain, thank you very much indeed. And thank you very much for keeping that as succinct as it is. We're going to come back with some questions later on, but thanks very much for kicking our webinar off.